And 3, 2, 1, we're live.
All right.
Well, that was a
Hello.
quick day.
Welcome to another evening of Dungeons and Dad Jokes. We have a special guest with us tonight on our for our campaign. Uh, James Breen will be joining us. Do you want to introduce yourself real quick, just in case if you've not seen him before?
Anyone else getting echo? Oh,
Absolutely. We
did
are
anybody else get
going
an
to get
echo
him.
there, or just me?
I think it was
Just you.
No,
Just you.
but he's still a little quiet.
Yeah, I'm trying to adjust
Yeah.
that, but very much got an echo. I'll adjust that as well.
Joe is our tech guy. He's going to fix everything that comes up, or at least we hope he can.
I'm gonna do something. I don't know if I can.
Just
Fix
That's true.
this.
Yeah, that is true. Great. So, with that in mind, we are planning on being at Wild Wild West Con in March of next year. So if you've not checked it out, you need to go to our dadjokes.com, our website, and in our in our updates, I think is where you put, I don't know, I'm not looking at it. In our updates is where you put that information. There is a link there that you can go to their website and get some tickets. So they are on sale.
it is definitely in the update, but we will get it into our upcoming events just as soon as we clear a couple more out.
Yeah, we've got a few in there. Our most recent event right now that is up and coming is August 30th through September 2nd is the Tucson Comic Con. I will be there right smack dab in the middle of the day running a game each of those 3 days. So come check out the con and come hang out at my table if you'd like. All right, are we ready?
1 second.
Uh-oh.
James, give me a couple sentences.
That's better.
Yes. So that tells me that I have another
6 years
window
to
or
life. That's
something in which I'm getting the sound from James. So
Aha.
that would be why.
Okay.
Yeah, so yeah, good sentence. 6 years to life.
6 years to life.
I
Well,
guess that
that's-
all depends on the infraction.
Yeah.
Yeah. True.
Because if that's for jaywalking, that's a
No,
bit harsh.
that's for disrespecting the cop.
All right. Are you clear?
So long as
No,
I'm the
I'm
only one
okay.
getting the echo, I don't care. So
Okay. All right. Cool. All right. I'm gonna read what happened last week. Not last week.
2
2
weeks
weeks
ago.
ago. I do that every time. Last session.
I
What
can tell you
happened?
what happened last week.
Yeah, you probably could. All right. Last session. Before heading out, Kadeth used his crystal to see if the placement that they put it in Gara's Castle Aventur worked. He scried on the throne room of the castle and watched for about 10 minutes. Nothing of importance took place. As he watched, a servant came in, did her cleaning, and left. Knowing that they now have a means to possibly scry on Gara, they go ahead and head out to the Order of Balance and Key, where they teleport to Thrice. Once in Thrice, they find Kadeth's master, Erwin, to ask some questions. Kadeth asks about the ritual found in a book from Key's temple. Erwin explains that it is a blood ritual to call on the power of the gods. He also warns that most do not survive such ritual, and that Kadeth's mother and brother both died in her performing it. With that knowledge, Evangeline shows her a drawing of what looked like a variation of Kadeth. Erwin, in disbelief, admits that it is a very close resemblance to Kadeth, yet it is not him. Um, as the others head to their provided rooms, Kadeth visits the blood pool beneath the temple. He enters and speaks directly to the Raven Queen. He learns of the thread that is split, half of which is only woven into the back of life's tapestry. She shares with Kadeth that his brother is judgment. The next morning, they resupply and head out to the area northeast of Hidden Naresh, where Erwin had disclosed the location of the ritual Kadeth's mother had attempted. Along the way, there is much discussion about Kadeth's brother and whether or not he could be trusted. As they arrive at the gate and as they enter the city, they notice the area is cleaner than when they previously visited. With less of the black ichor running through the town, more of the villagers are moving about. Many of them are mutated in some manner due to the exposure of the ichor. Although curious about the town, the group moves on, following Kadeth towards the ritual site. As they travel up the mountain, they follow a trickle of the ichor toward what may be its source. Eventually, they come upon a round clearing, ruins of a possible building of ages past. On a raised platform are markings of the ritual circle with the obsidian blade lying at its center. Evangeline and Forsyth check out the area she had seen in a vision as the burial site of Kadeth's mother and brother. They found only the bones of an adult female Goliath, no young one. Kadeth investigates the platform and picks up the obsidian blade, triggering displaced creatures. Realizing these are the distransits, Evangeline collects some blood from one being levitated by Fix. The distransits manage to injure Kadeth, causing him to bleed onto the ritual circle, activating it. A flash of light bursts out, blinding the group and knocking them prone. When they open their eyes and adjust to the light, they realize they are no longer in the material plane. And
Not
that,
in Kansas anymore.
you are not in
Not
Kansas anymore.
the airplane now instead of the material plane.
That's right. So this is where we're going to start our next session, entitled Mistaken Identity. What do the four of you do? And Buckley. Buckley is there too. Buckley did
Well,
not get left behind.
first of all, figure out where we're at.
You do recognize this as the image Evangeline showed you from from her picture. That this is the image that was kind of standing behind what you believe to be your brother.
Are we able to determine which plane we're on?
Forsyth, you will know. This
I will
is
know.
this is the Fae.
Oh, great. There are good things and bad things, but I have a job here.
Can I get a little hey ho from James?
No.
What?
Yo ho ho.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Okay.
Rhonda.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I was just making sure that we were getting, and
Yes.
I asked Rhonda to check to make sure we had James on audio.
I've been doing the ultimate echo. I'm listening to Jody here, and I'm listening to her on YouTube at the same time.
Oh, yeah.
We just
That
want to
sounds
make sure
good out.
everything is coming through okay.
I don't see a lot of likes on our page today.
Not yet, but Senior, you are coming in a little bit low. Can you move your mic closer?
Is it possible?
Yes, I can.
Perfect.
I'll just hold it there.
Awesome. Thank you.
I'll turn up my headphones. Maybe they'll turn my mic up too.
Is everybody hearing me super loud?
You
Oh,
are
yeah.
almost always super loud, so I just turned
Yeah.
you down.
I'm going to
Oh,
move
yeah.
my mic back again,
Okay.
but when I talk, you better listen.
All right.
Otherwise,
What?
I'm going to put it right here.
As if,
Did you
when
say
have we ever
something?
listened?
I've got a mute button here, so I can save us all.
All right. So what are you doing? Forsyth, you know you're in the Feywild. Rein it back in.
Okay.
And we know this is where she saw the vision of my brother.
Yes.
Kadath.
Yes.
I shared telepathically what I saw. So you saw the coloring and everything from my what I saw along with the drawing on the page.
Right.
This is very much like what I drew as the scenery with the picture of not Kadeth.
Yes. Not Kadeth.
Kadeth and not Kadeth.
Kadeth or not Kadeth? That is the question. Yeah, I agree. This looks exactly like that scenery.
Shallow sent me a task in the Feywild.
Has Forsyth ever seen any place that looks like this before?
You've never actually been to the Feywild, though you have an innate connection to it, which is why you know this is the Feywild.
Right. I also know that Shallow sent me a task to remove an entity within the Feywild. I can't.
Uriel.
I can't remember.
That was Uriel.
Uriel. So I need to find someone named Uriel and eliminate them. Yeah, something like that.
Interesting.
And then I have to get back to Shallow as soon as I can after that to let them know that that task has been accomplished.
I'm going to pull the book.
All right.
And the quill. Have you told us that you believe this is the Feywild?
Yeah.
I'm going to ask the book about the Feywild.
Good thinking.
To see if there's anything in the book.
All right. You see things start to come to the book's surface. What languages do you know?
Common, Dwarvish, Elvish, Gnomish, and Truth.
All right. You see things start to come to the surface in a language you're not familiar with.
Am I able to read it?
I was going to say, do you want to share it with us and see if anybody can read it?
The only way I can share it with you is through the telepathic link, because you guys cannot see anything from the book.
Well, I can see telepathy.
Yeah, we can do the telepathic link, and I can do comprehend languages.
I
got Druidic and Undercommon
on one line and get that image into my head and out telepathically.
Okay.
And I'll use comprehend languages.
With that, I think you might not even have to. Well, you can do it at will, can't you? The comprehend languages.
I don't know which ones will.
I was gonna say you might not even have to, because I think Kadeth has eyes of the Runekeeper or whatever. Am I right with that, Kadeth?
No, I don't.
Oh, okay. I was thinking you did for some reason.
I don't
okay.
think.
You use comprehend language. As you're seeing it, Forsyth, you recognize that this is Sylvan.
All right.
So if you understand Sylvan, then great, but...
No, I do not. Undercommon and Druidic.
Okay. This is Sylvan that's coming through. So as you're seeing this fix, you're seeing that this line is coming through with... in the Feywild, things are not always as they seem. And that's kind of the line you committed to memory to try to get it out telepathically.
Is there... Wait, what sort of ground are we on?
You're on grass. It looks like a plain, like you're in a field of grass. You see some trees, like, off in the distance. You see a pool off in the distance. Not as distant as the trees.
I'm gonna pull out a piece of parchment and quill, and I'm gonna hand it to Evangeline and just say transcribe it, rather than having to communicate telepathically.
Okay. I'm going to take it and draw it, for lack of a better term.
Draw the words. All right, you draw the words. For the most part, there's not a whole lot of words, but there is, you draw what shows up. And you do see, and you hand it back to Fix, and you are able to see that this does say, that the Feywild is, things are not always as they seem. Beware the unsuspecting and suspect the, or beware the non-suspicious per se, and suspect the gentle. Uh, that's what you're getting as far as the wording goes. Do you share this with everybody?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm sorry. I relayed that. My bad.
We were waiting for the transcriber to be done typing. Oh.
Hey, he's transcribing here.
No. Yeah. No. I would share that information as I open my gummy bears.
Gummy bears.
Bouncing here and there and everywhere.
You know what? You take the 7-Eleven gummy bears
Oh,
and you
no.
put them in the car and you leave them there all day in the hot car.
And you have a.
They don't melt
gummy
together,
amalgamation.
but they get really soft and they're really good.
And you take 15 points of psychic damage for that.
All right. So you're standing in this field. You just gonna stand there and look around? Like, what are you doing? Nothing is happening. What?
I'm going to pull out my crystal orb
Okay.
and I'm going to concentrate on it.
Okay.
And I'm going to focus on Gavian
Okay.
and see if I can find him.
You try to focus on Gavian, and you think maybe you feel very faint, like it is thousands upon thousands of miles away, almost kind of. You think maybe you feel him, but nothing's coming to the surface. No vision.
I will get really furrowed brows. It's going to be obvious on my face that it's not going well.
All
And
right.
I'm going to stop. And I'm going to look around the environment and I'm going to look back at the orb. And I'm going to concentrate on what I saw when I looked at Irwin and the ritual
Okay.
and what I've drawn in my picture. When I tried to do that before, I couldn't connect to anything.
The not Kadeth.
The not Kadeth.
You're gonna focus in on the not Kadeth.
Yeah.
All right. Everybody, roll me perceptions, including you, James.
Oh, dice, baby.
Yeah, dice would be a good idea.
Guess
You know, I ought to throw together a short of every single time somebody says, "Oh, I need to get my dice."
I mean,
Yeah.
you did do one.
You
Yeah.
did do one.
True, I did do one.
Perception 9.
9. Kadeth is still.
I'm confused about where
21.
we're at.
21.
Kadeth's still trying to
22.
get his bearings.
Oh,
22.
and the
Ouch.
hiccups.
That looks painful.
Yeah.
Forsyth.
15. 15.
Okay, 15. And Ordeth. Deeth.
15.
15. All right. Kadeth, you're still getting your bearings.
Yep.
The rest of you, however, even Evangeline, you kind of catch it out the corner of your eye as you're kind of focusing on the orb. We'll notice kind of a whirlwind kind of pick up probably about 100 feet or so away. It's about 100 feet. You kind of see a whirlwind all of a sudden pick up, but kind of like almost like a water spout or a haboob or whatever. It's not a full-blown tornado, but you do see a whirlwind kind of pick up about 100 feet away. Evangeline, I'm going to ask you first. You going to continue to concentrate on that orb, or are you going to switch your focus?
I'll switch my focus.
Okay, so you switch.
And
your
as I
focus.
do,
Great.
I'll drop that orb back in my pocket.
Okay. Or death. That whirlwind catches your attention, and about 100 feet off to the left, it's about 100 feet from you too, but about 100 feet off to the left, you see a party. You see 4 people, one of them strikingly similar to yourself.
Balloons and noisemakers at the party.
The party, yes.
And a construct.
And a construct. A construct that looks almost like an elk of sorts.
Thing. Okay. So it's like a tall grass, like field type situation, right?
It's fairly tall. However, the red-headed dwarf standing in it, it's, it comes to maybe waist. Everybody else, it's shorter on them. Because Forsyth, you're elf right now, female elf, or an older elf?
Human.
Oh, older human.
Female
Okay.
human.
All right. Yeah.
At least
So
that's
everybody
what people
else
see.
is, maybe about mid-thigh or knee. Mid-thigh.
I think I'm actually gonna just belly down, and I'm gonna send my little familiar off to kind of take a peek at these guys.
Okay. All right. You send off your familiar. The Cadeth, Fix, and Forsyth. What are you doing when you see the? Oh, Cadeth, you didn't see it. Fix or Forsyth?
I saw nothing.
I saw nothing.
I see nothing.
Well,
I saw.
I'm gonna be like, hey,
No, I saw the whirlwind.
Yeah.
Forsyth, it's not one of you, is it? Seeing as he's turned into a air elemental a couple times, and I'll start looking around for the source of it. Like if it was magically created. Like I don't know this place, so.
You don't see a source to it. And you're looking over there. Cadeth, go ahead and roll me another perception check because you really didn't notice the whirlwind, so you're kind of looking someplace else. But everybody else is looking at the whirlwind.
11.
11. You see something as everybody else kind of turns and starts asking about the whirlwind. You notice a figure, probably about 100 feet. Or you don't really see the figure. You kind of see the grasses move about 100 feet. But near that, you see what looks like horns sticking up out of the ground or out of the grasses that seem to be moving your way.
Well, summoning my sword.
Do they look like the horns that you saw in my picture?
Yes.
Do I recognize it as that?
They kind of look like it. It's either that or some kind of maybe longhorn tusked creature walking through the grasses. They don't seem to be moving too quickly. They seem to be moving slowly.
Will I notice that Cadeth summons his sword?
Yes, you will notice that Cadeth summons his sword.
Because if he summons his sword, Buckley will take up his usual position next to Cadeth.
And I'm gonna say, show yourself.
All right. You Fix and Forsyth, you hear show yourself, as do you, Ordith, but he doesn't look like he's talking to you. It looks like maybe he's talking way off to your left. I want to go ahead and get some initiatives just to be on the safe side. This will be theater of the mind.
We have rested recently, right?
Nope. Not
No, we
since
have not.
hitting the
Right.
rush.
Okay. Just making sure. Wait, how long does Armor of Agathis last? Only an hour.
8 hours, I thought. Was it? No,
No, 1 hour.
1 hour.
How long has it been?
Oh, there it is. Less than an hour.
Okay. Then my Armor of Agathis is still going.
Ditto.
Okay.
Only have 1 point left in it, but it's still going.
All right.
It'll still do 25 damage to something. Potentially.
All right. And I'm going to write this down on here. Evangeline.
A 21. I rolled a nat 20.
Nice. Fix.
10.
Nice. Forsyth.
12.
Wow, that's high for you. Kadath.
4. Oh wait. Oh no, I don't get the D8 because we already used it, right?
Yep.
Okay.
And Ordith.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Any pluses to your dex?
No, that was with my pluses.
Oh, that was dirty 20. Yeah.
That's why it was a dirty 20.
That was a dirty 20. Let's see. Is a. All right. So I'm going to go in order here. Kadath hollered out, show yourself. I'm going to just put this in order. Evangeline, what are you doing? You heard that coming from behind you. You saw him pull a sword, but the whirlwind's in front of you.
I'm going to pull. I'm going to pull the spoiler out of my pocket.
Okay.
I've already instructed Buckley to take up position next to Kadath, and I will hold any action.
All right. Ordith, what are you doing?
For the time being, I'm concentrating on the with the familiar.
Okay.
For now.
All right. You sent the
familiar
familiar out
be
a
my
little
eye.
while ago. Yeah. I'm going to say the familiar, unbeknownst to the whole rest of the group because of what it is, does make it, does make it to the group. So you can kind of get a feel of the group. You've got a female human, wearing a lovely tiara, fit for a noble. You've got a dwarven male, flaming red hair, who is standing there kind of looking at the whirlwind. You have a human female with a vest of pockets who seems to have pulled out some kind of rod.
Something much larger than what should fit in that pocket.
Yes, something much larger than what would fit in that pocket. And you see the Goliath, whose back is kind of toward the rest of the party, hollering at something. Definitely not hollering in your direction, but hollering at something. He's seen something over there. And he's pulled out a sword that you kind of recognize. I mean, it looks like yours, only it's more of a silver steel. It's lighter steel. Yours is like black, and his actually looks normal. So it kind of looks like your sword, only light steel. So you're gonna get that information from your familiar. So what would you like to do?
At that point, I recall the familiar back.
Okay, it starts.
Let the familiar come back, and yeah.
It starts to move back towards you. Okay. That brings us to them. You are. How fast can he move? He can move pretty dang fast. That whirlwind that you guys are looking at flies up in your face, and it is going to 1, 2, 3.
4, 5,
Where's
6.
my? So Evangeline 1, 2, Fix 3, 4, Forsyth 5, 6. It's gonna go at Forsyth, and it is going to attempt to slam you.
What is it that's trying to slam me?
You recognize this as an air elemental.
Okay, no problem.
That is a 18 to hit.
That will hit.
All right. He's going to slam you for. Hiya. Wow. Okay, the first one was good. For 14 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okie dokie.
Forsyth, is this an actual air elemental?
As far as well, what can I see?
You can see that this is an air elemental. It's
Yeah,
blowing
this
stuff
is.
around enough that this is, yeah, you recognize it now, especially
Well,
as it came
it's-
flying up on
I
you.
meant with
It's
the true sight. If it's a druid
Yeah,
that's wild
that's-
shaped into it,
Oh, gotcha.
then he'd
Yes.
see the druid.
Thank you for reminding me about that. But yes, it is an air elemental.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it's not a druid.
Okay. It's only been 3 hours, maybe 3.5 hours since you said, "Oh, I have to remember that he has true sight."
I could never remember that. Okay. The other one stands up. The horns stands up and fires a bow at Kadeth. Oh gosh, that was a. I'm rolling pretty decent. That is a.
You're not supposed to do that.
That is a
We're
21.
not used to that.
21 to hit. Oh, you have your armor still.
If you're gonna
21 to
roll
hit?
good, we're gonna quit.
Is it melee?
No, it's ranged.
Oh, okay. Then the armored won't matter as much.
Oh, the armor
Yeah,
affects
and
melee.
neither will Buckley's reaction.
So 22 AC.
So it misses. All right. So it fires a bow, and then it drops back down, and it drops far enough that its horns are now hidden in the grasses. So now you're not sure
What
where
did
it's
I
at.
see
When
it popped up?
When it popped up, you saw what you believe as a Caesarian ranger.
Okay.
Hey, we need your horn.
Do you mind to let me just chop
Hey,
off
horny
your horn?
guy. Oh.
Oh my goodness. Okay. That brings us to, where's my list? That brings us to Forsyth. Forsyth, what are you doing?
Okay. Do I see any other creatures besides the ranger and the air elemental?
Nope, just the two, and the air elemental is at your face.
Yeah. Okay. Hold on.
And Ordith, you see this as you're sitting there.
How far away from me is the air elemental?
It is 5 feet.
5 feet. Okay. I am going to I'm going to become an earth elemental.
Okay.
Earth versus air. Love it.
Yeah, and I am going to slam him twice.
All right. You can do 2 slams. Dang.
Yeah.
Nice.
The first one's going to be
Well, I
a
guess
miss.
the air can too, but.
And the second one is let's see. What is that? It's plus 8 to hit, so 18.
That's a hit.
Right, so that's gonna be 2d8 plus 5. 1, 2. Button my shoe. 13 points of bludgeoning damage.
All right. Doesn't seem to do quite as much as you'd hoped.
Oh, I understand
But,
that.
yeah.
But he's not going to do as much to me in this form either.
No, he's not.
And I got more hit points than him.
Yeah, yeah. You're gonna trade blows. You can outlast him.
Yeah.
All right. That brings us to Fix. Oh, unless you wanted to move.
Oh.
I imagine you didn't want to move. You
Oh
want
no, I'm not
to hold
moving.
on to him.
I'm
Okay.
I'm stuck on Earth.
All right. Fix.
How far away did I see this horny person?
About 100 feet, and it's ducked back down into the grasses, so you can't really see where it's at now because he made sure that his horns were low enough because obviously he knew he was spotted there. But it was about 100 feet out.
You think I need to see him? Do you think I need to see him?
Some
No.
spells you do and some you don't.
Yeah.
That's what area of effect is about.
Yes. Okay. Is that concentration? That is not. All right. I have a cast of that. Okay. I am going to. It's a 120-foot range, so I have the range right about exactly the center of where I saw him in that
Okay.
area. 40-foot cube.
Darn. Okay.
The ground becomes mud. I need a
Ugh.
save. A dexterity save.
You need a save now or on his turn?
Da, da, da.
I mean, I could do it now, but
Depends on whether it has to do with moving or
When you
not.
cast a spell, you need a strength save. I need a strength saving throw first.
strength first.
Mhm.
All right. That is a 21.
All right, and that will unfortunately save. So it is not restrained, though its movement each movement through this mud costs 4 feet of movement. So
Okay.
5 feet costs 20 feet.
Okay, 4 times movement. Okay.
Yes, 4 times
right.
movement.
All right.
I like that.
Okay.
Um.
All right.
Yep. So that is it. Um, if it ends its turn there, it needs to make another saving throw.
Okay. So it's kind of like quicksand.
Yes. So
All
that
right.
is my action. And then just let me mark that off.
Any movement bonus action.
Um, you know what? No. Everything that I can do, he's within range for. So I'll just wait.
All right. Sounds good. Kadeth. You saw this thing pop up, attempted to shoot you, missed, and then dropped back down. You do know that Fix casts the spell. You recognize the spell.
Wait, what spell did he cast?
The
Sorry, I missed that.
ground where it turns to mud and it
Oh,
catches
okay.
people in it. You've seen him use it before.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna go hit this thing because
You're
we
gonna run
need
into the
its
mud.
we need its horn, right?
Well, you're not gonna actually get to him anyway. Your movement's 30, right?
How far away is he?
Well, you're not sure. He popped up about 100 feet away. And then Fix cast the spell centered where he was in a 40-foot cube.
Okay. But can I see it?
No, he ducked back down.
Oh,
So you're not 100% sure where he's at.
darn. That also means I can't hex him. I think hex is a site, right?
I believe so. You have to be able to see your target to hex it.
Yeah, darn. All right, then how about this? Can I hold an action to hex it as soon as I see it?
Sure can. All right, so you're going to hold on to that. Brings us back to the top of the round. Ordeeth, your familiar is back to you. Evangeline, what are you doing?
I'm going to use my despoiler, and I'm going to make a force attack.
Against the air elemental?
Air elemental.
Okay.
$16 to hit.
That hits. Ordeeth, you are up next. You're on deck.
Oh, I'm on the wrong one. That's fine.
Okay.
That's 16 points of force damage to the air elemental.
All right. That seems to take the brunt. Buckley's going to stay next to Kadeth?
Yes.
Okay.
So if
All
he
right.
moves, Buckley moves.
All right.
And Buckley's movement is 40 feet. So
All right.
40 feet
Well,
or 45.
Kadeth hasn't moved. He's just hanging tight and waiting. All right. Ordeeth, you saw this thing pop up.
Yep.
And shoot. You know that these are the things that have been hunting you, but for some reason it's after Kadeth. You can only assume the similarity. I mean,
How far away from this ranger am I?
where he popped up, I'd say you're probably about 80 feet from where he popped up.
Okay. So
But he did
I'm gonna
fall
have
back.
some fun with
I was gonna
this.
say he did fall back down into the grasses, so you're not sure where he's at exactly.
That's okay. I'm doing
Okay.
area of effect anyways.
Okay.
So I'm gonna, judging by where I saw him go back into the grass there, I'm
All
going
right.
to cast from my little concealed spot, sickening radiance in that area.
Ooh.
And it's a
How big?
30-foot diameter.
Diameter or radius?
30-foot radius.
Okay. All right. Is that a save? Is that a?
There is
Seems
a
like
con save.
Ooh, that was a good roll. That was a 24.
But it's if they start their turn, so it's not like immediate.
Oh,
It's like
okay.
if they start their turn or move into it. Yeah, sorry.
All right. All right. Okay, so you send out the sickening radiance.
So that area, everybody would notice it's a green glow appears roughly in the area where that thing landed.
All right, you'll see the green glow kind of cover the area that is muddy. Fix. That's about where it's at. It's covering that area. It is his turn. He rolled a con for a 24. Does he still take damage or is it
And he
negated?
saved, so okay, so I guess there's not even half damage with the save. So if you save, you save.
Wait,
He saved. He saved. All right.
how far is he?
Well, you saw him pop up about 100 feet from you.
Wait,
From
did
you
I
guys.
see him pop up?
This was before.
Oh,
On
okay.
this
Okay,
turn, he
sorry.
popped up.
Okay, I got confused.
Lucas.
Okay, so I
I
can't
got confused.
currently, even though everything's turned to mud, so any grass would be gone.
It doesn't eat. Grass can stay on top of mud. It's not heavy enough.
Well, it turns the entire area to mud.
But does it turn everything
But
to
does
mud
it
or?
turn like buildings
Does
would
it-
become
does it
mud?
polymorph
Buildings
to
would not
become
exist
mud?
anymore.
Well, there's a big difference between a big building and a blade of grass. I'm double checking, but either way.
I was saying, what does the spell say turns to grass? That's the big thing.
If the earth turns to mud, then the grass is still there.
The ground in the spell's area becomes muddy enough that creatures can sink into it. Each foot that a creature moves through the mud costs 4 feet of movement, and any creature on the ground when you cast the spell must make a strength save.
Okay. So it becomes muddy, which means the grass is still there. If he were to move onto grass area, obviously the grass isn't going to pop back up. It's going to get stuck in the mud, you know. So if he moves, that grass is going to get stuck in the mud.
Okay.
So it's going to expose some area, but the ground itself is muddy, but the grass is still there.
Okay. Well, oh wait, never mind. What I was planning is too far out anyways. So,
That's all right.
okay.
It's his turn. All right.
Well, mine was going to be a reaction, but
Oh, okay.
I was going to silvery barbs you if I could, but I can't.
Oh, okay. But you can't. All right. It is his turn. The elemental goes first. Elemental is going to attempt to slam the earth elemental in front of him, and that's gonna fail. His second slam is his second slam might actually hit. I see that the earth elemental gets 2 as well. Is the 26, so that's gonna hit. For another 14 points of bludgeoning damage. Yeah, it is bludgeoning on the earth elemental. This is going to be a slap fight. Now it's his turn. He is going to move. You're going to see him move out of that area. And then
Does it seem like he's not affected by the mud at all?
no, he's his first 5 feet of movement was quite sticky.
Well, then every 5 feet. It's a 40-foot cube.
He moved when he dug down. He moved, so he's already at the edge of your cube. So his
he
first,
crawled 20 feet.
Yeah, his movement is ridiculous.
Okay, so do I see him now?
Yes, he stood up. He stood up and kind of sloshed his way out of the extra 5 feet of movement.
Okay, I'm casting Hex.
All right.
Since I
That's
have
not
that
a
held.
save. That's just an automatic, right?
Yeah, it just
Okay.
happens.
And
Well,
he
was that
comes
his turn?
forward.
It was just moving?
No.
I'm confused. Did you hold your action?
Yes.
Cadet?
Chuck held
Okay,
his
gotcha.
action.
I held
yes.
an action for as soon as I saw my hex, I would hex
Gotcha.
him.
Sorry, B was talking to me about some real life problems, so I'm
Nope.
a little bit all over the place right now.
And so he stands up, pulls himself out, gets hexed, and begins to move toward Kadeth, shooting another arrow, hoping to hit Kadeth. That is a oh no, that's nope, probably. Oh nope, that's a dirty 20. So nope, that does not hit you. He sees that this is not working, and oh shoot, that has to be in range too. Nope. He is going to finish his movement and get closer to Kadeth. He's not quite on Kadeth yet.
Okay.
Yeah, that is what he's going to do. And he flips out his wings. He looks like he's going to get ready to take flight. That brings us to Forsyth.
Air elemental's still there, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Slams, 2 slams.
AC 15.
That's a 13 to hit. Well, I'm rolling bad. That's a 20, dirty 20 to hit.
That hits.
That's only a 12 on the dice. That's how bad I've been rolling.
Oh dear.
18 points of bludgeoning damage.
All right. You're whittling. It's
Yeah.
whittling.
And he's whittling slower though.
Yeah, that is true. All right. Fix.
How close is this thing?
This thing is probably about 40 feet away from you guys now. Roughly.
All right, I'm going to cast Big B's hand right next to it.
Ouch. Okay.
and as it is summoned, I can use its ability of grasping hand. So we need to do the whole grapple dance.
Oh no. All right.
I need to remember how to do that.
You roll your grapple, which is strength, athletics, based on Bigsby's hand, not you.
Right.
And he can choose to do athletics or acrobatics, so it's strength or dex base, because he's gonna try to slip out of it.
Okay. So
that
it
was a
is
lousy roll.
proficiency plus strength. What is proficiency? So 4. So okay. And he's a medium creature.
He is a medium creature.
All right. So the big beast hands has an advantage on this.
Ah, shnikes. He's gonna get grabbed.
26.
Yeah, he's gonna get grabbed. I rolled a 12.
All right.
It was my first really bad roll.
Huh.
Shame.
Well, he is grappled. All
right.
And then I'm going to use my bonus action to have the hand crush him.
Ah.
And he takes. That is a. What is my spellcasting modifier? 13 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay. He's gonna. Kadeth. He's gonna look at you and say, "You got friends."
I don't know who
Your
you
turn.
are, but yes, I do. My turn?
Based on my height, they're in low places.
Well, based on my height, you're all in low places.
I got friends. Jesus.
And he's about to be in a lower place.
He's being grappled by Bigby's hand.
How far away?
About 40 feet.
Well, that is just out of normal movement. But I'm going to move 10 feet.
When were we ever normal?
I'm going to move 10 feet and then bonus action, Relentless Hex, and appear next to him.
All right.
Because I can teleport 30 feet to next to a target cursed by my hex.
All right. Now, is that an action or is that
that's a bonus action?
That's a bonus action. All right. So you have your action still.
Yep. So since it's just him by himself, there's not anything around him. Just a couple swings with the blade. Oh, dice. Which dice do I need for this? It's been a while since we've done combat.
Should I yell out, "Leave him alive"?
Why would I do that?
We don't need him alive.
We need the horns. We don't need him
Just
alive.
the horns.
Ah, true. Okay.
We already got what we needed from the alive creature.
I need some information.
Oh.
Well, you can yell out, "Leave him alive," and
Kadeth
But you might not.
take a moment and realize that Forsyth is asking him to stay his hand.
but there are other ways to talk to him potentially.
Kill first, ask questions later.
I mean, let's see.
Every good cleric knows that.
Every good cleric knows that.
Double checking something here. Is it a humanoid? Oh no, that would be a specter. Never mind. Specters can't. Oh wait, no. Can specters? Let me double check. Sorry.
It looks very fiendish.
It'll tell me right here. Languages, understands all languages at new in life, but can't speak. Dang it.
Cannot speak.
So it wouldn't matter if I.
But will you think about that in the heat of battle?
Not necessarily.
You have Forsyth in your head. Not
saying
yelling
don't
at you.
kill it.
In your head, telling you not to kill it.
All right,
Don't
we
kill
can
it, don't kill
always,
it, don't kill it.
if you really want it alive for a second, you can heal it once. That would be a 24 to hit
Yep.
for 18,
Yep.
and then a 22 to hit
Yep.
for 17.
All
Man,
right.
that D8 is really good today. It's 2 8s in a row.
he takes the hits, and he's taking a beating, but he doesn't look on death's door by any means. That brings us back
Maybe
to the
not
top.
yet. But
Evangeline, you do see the elemental, of course, facing off with Forsyth, who is the other elemental, a little bit more visible than the first. And you now see this ranger has popped up, moved forward rather quickly, and got grasped by a hand that you recognize as Fixes.
Fixes.
And then Kadeth popped over and took a couple of swings.
just popped over to say
I'm
hi.
gonna continue to aid for. Buckley will move forward.
Okay.
His movement speed is 40. 40?
Okay, you will be able to get there.
40 feet.
Or Buckley will be able to get there.
And he's going to make a force. 25 to hit.
25 hits.
Nine points of force damage.
All right.
For him. I will swing the despoiler again.
All right. At the elemental still.
Yes.
Okay.
That is a 14 hit.
14 just misses.
Okay.
AC 15 for the elemental. All right. That brings us to you, Ordith. You can see very clearly that this Caesarian ranger is going after Kadeth, the other Goliath in here.
How far away am I from the ranger, roughly?
You are now probably about 60 feet, and you can see
Oh,
it.
okay.
It seems
Perfect.
to be being grabbed by some spectral hand.
Okay. So, well, I don't know these people, so it doesn't matter if any of them are in this range. I'm going to cast Synaptic
That's true.
Static centered on the ranger.
Okay.
A what?
Synaptic Static. That
rough
one
one.
there. You choose a point within range and cause psychic energy to explode there. Each creature in a 20-foot radius sphere centered on that point must make an intelligence save.
That would be Kadeth and Buckley.
17.
And the ranger.
Does Buckley even have a psychic?
Is Buckley intelligent?
Is Buckley intelligent? What is his stats?
Anything
Well,
with an intelligence
yes.
less than 2 won't be affected.
He would have some sort of intelligence because he moves on his own.
Okay.
Of his own accord.
Autonomy.
Does he actually have a intelligence score though?
No.
Then he wouldn't be affected.
Okay,
Anything
then
with an
he's not
intelligence of
affected.
2 or less isn't affected.
Caesarian ranger rolled a 1. So what happened?
Okay. It's a 17 save. So.
Oh,
All right. So he
saved.
took 38. Yeah, he took 38 points of psychic damage.
Holy crap!
Hey, that's no more than I did.
Who
with
else
2
was in
swings.
range?
I was, but I got a 17.
So he
So
saved.
you
Is
get
it
9.
saved for
You take
half?
19. You take
Okay.
half. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Ow! My head.
So with that, with the ranger, after a failed save, a target has muddled thoughts for 1 minute. During that time, it rolls a d6 and subtracts the number rolled from all its attack and abilities checks, as well as its constitution saving throws to maintain concentration.
Well, he's not concentrating on
The target
anything.
can make an intelligence save at the end of each of its turns, ending the effect on its success.
All right.
Biggest problem for me is it dropped my my armor of Agathis.
Oh, bummer.
Buckley should have a 4 intelligence. The Steel Defenders, they have a 4
Okay.
intelligence.
It's just not. I was gonna say I thought it did, but I was like, well, I'd have to go
Yeah.
back there and
I was
look
like,
it up.
I thought it had a
So-
full
If
stack,
it had a
but
4
I was gonna let it
intelligence,
go.
it would be affected.
And I rolled a. What did I roll? I rolled a 12 for him. So
So that was
So
30,
yeah, that's 38 points of damage as well then.
38.
What does he care? He doesn't know us.
And don't touch Buckley for a while. All right. It is his turn.
38.
Yeah.
Yes. He is going to attempt to escape your grapple.
All right. So that's a contested roll, right?
Unless your Big B's hand specifically says for a grapple, escape DC, blah blah blah. Unless
Yeah,
it has a
double check.
specific DC, we'll have it contested.
Does not state so.
Okay. You're gonna win this.
28.
Yeah, because I rolled a 10 minus 5 because of the DC, because of the D6. He is a limp biscuit. And yeah, his intelligence save is not going to happen. The air elemental, however, is going to take 2 slam attacks on the
Earth elemental.
earth elemental. One of them was a dirty 20, the other one missed.
Okay.
12
will hit.
5 is 17 points of damage against the earth elemental.
So 8.
All right.
Okay.
It
At
doesn't
the-
help that
9 or 8.
the Big
Eight.
B's hand has a strength of 26.
Yeah, well, he has a pretty decent dex. If I could roll above a 5,
The best advantage to this party.
no doubt.
We don't need magical weapons. We got a DM with bad dice.
With bad dice.
There's a curse on him.
No doubt. On all of my dice. Okay. So he manages to not escape. At this point, Ordeeth, are you making yourself visible?
Yeah, I'm actually gonna stand up after I cast the
Okay.
that last spell there.
That last one. All right. So you are seeing a guy that's strikingly similar to Kadeth, probably closer in relation to the picture Evangeline drew. Forsyth, it is your go. You have an air elemental slapping you.
Right. And I'm going to slam him a couple more times.
All right.
That's a 12.
That will miss. And
And
fix your
that
neck.
is a 27.
That will hit.
For 19 points of bludgeoning damage.
Well, the earth elemental is starting to lose some of its form.
You mean the air elemental?
Sorry, the air elemental is losing some of the elemental is losing some of its form. Fix, you are up.
How bad does the ranger look?
He's looking pretty rough. He is definitely bleeding. He's not within inches of his life, but he's not gonna last too much longer.
For essentially say it and give him half a second to respond. I'll ask him, do you yield? Does he look like he's going to respond? Or essentially, I'd be like, yield or we're going to kill you.
Ah, he'll just growl at you.
Okay.
One of them guys.
Bonus action, he's going to take 2d6 damage because I don't have to roll for that.
Ah, what is that?
He's grappled.
Oh yeah, you're just crushing him.
Yes. So 15 points of damage.
That's a lousy way to die.
And so that's my
He's-
bonus action.
He's starting
It
to
was
lose
his
consciousness.
choice.
He's that close to death.
And I will look back at the one that just stood up. And how far away from me is he?
He's about 100 feet.
Yeah, I'll look back at him and I'll just say, be careful slinging those spells. I think you hurt my friends, and I don't like that. And I will. I don't have anything else to cast or do. I don't believe. You know what? Cantrip. I'm gonna throw a firebolt at the ranger.
All right.
24 to hit.
Yep.
All right.
Any amount of damage you do to it most likely will knock him out.
18.
Yep. He has effectively been knocked out. That leaves us with Kadeth. You're standing there. You see him being crushed by the hand and lose consciousness.
He's being held gently now.
And okay.
Now
He
that
lost
he's
consciousness and now he's just being held aloft.
Okay. I'm gonna look at Forsyth. You said you wanted him alive.
Yes. Let me finish with this wimp over here.
Oh, I guess I could help you with that. How far am I away from the elemental?
Roughly 40 feet.
40 feet?
Yeah.
I'll send a couple Eldritch Blasts that way.
All right.
Or 3 of them, I guess.
15 is your target number.
I could do 3 of them, so. No, that would be one of them hit.
Okay. I was like, none of them?
I
That's
got
worse than me.
2 13s and a 16.
It wouldn't hit me.
For a whole 2 damage.
All right. You go, Eldritch Blast. You don't use that very often.
No,
anyway.
it's not my forte.
It's fitting. I guess I'll use the spell I never use.
Here, pew! I missed. Dang it, pew! I missed again. Pew! Ah, there, grazed it.
You got angry enough. Just enough. Evangeline.
How far away is the other Goliath?
He's roughly 100 feet.
Have I noticed him, by the way?
Yes, you did notice him standing up.
Okay, I'm kind of half ignoring, just waiting for other things to happen.
All right. The air elemental is still feisty. Everything else is
Okay.
the only threat. The only known threat is the air elemental. The other Goliath that stood up did not openly attack you guys.
I'm going to take one more attack with my despoiler.
All right.
I rolled a. Oops, wrong page. That's a 21 to hit.
That'll hit.
$20 points of force damage.
Holy cow. All right. Air elemental is losing its shape.
And then for my bonus action, I'm going to pass.
All right. Does Buckley stay next to Kadeth?
Buckley's going to stay next to Gadeth.
All right.
even though he looks pretty bad. Buckley's going to stay next to Kenneth. However,
All right.
Buckley, I will, on my bonus action, I'll instruct Buckley that he'll heal himself.
Okay. So you can do that. You roll the points for that.
He's going to do a heal or a repair.
A repair, yeah. Or deep.
Yes.
It is your
My
turn.
turn, huh?
The
How
Caesarian
far is the
Ranger.
air?
The air elemental
Down.
is roughly. What did I say? You were about 80 feet away.
And then
So
if you use Pythagoras theorem, you can
I
figure
know,
out
right?
the
And
distance.
figure it out and do the math. And my brain is already hurting. I need the little math symbols going over here as I pass out. But you're roughly about 80 feet away from the earth element or the air elemental and the earth elemental,
Okay.
I guess.
So,
All of the elementals.
gonna move up 30 feet. Oh, wait. Shoot, that still won't give me close enough. Yeah, well, that's a change spell. I was gonna do something, but I realized it's not close enough. So, 30 feet will get me within there. So, okay. So, move forward about 30 feet.
All right.
And bonus action, I'm gonna form a dread.
Oh, you're gonna do this with the earth elemental?
So, anybody looking, huh? No, I'm going form a dread as a bonus action.
Okay. Okay.
I'm
So,
kind of watching
yeah,
him
anybody
out of the corner of
looking
my eye
would
at the
see.
moment, but
I'm busy with
so
the
you
earth,
see this.
the air elemental.
Yes, you're busy. So anybody who would see though would see this, pale Goliath. You'd see the face turn into like this very brick, just almost verging on painted look, and then you'd see like from the back, it almost looks like things are starting to move, and then the rib cage will just break open from the back, almost like a set of wings. And as the blood eagle form of dread forms, he's going to point his finger at the air elemental. He's going to cast Toll the Dead.
All right. That's a save, right? No, that's an attack, isn't it?
It is
It is a save. It's a wisdom save.
Oh, it's a save.
Swiss.
Yeah, not a strong suit. That's a 13.
Yeah, that's a fail. Okay, hold on. That would be okay. So 3d12. Oh, look.
Jeez.
Yeah, 3d12 because it's missing hit points. Correct.
Yep, sure is. How long does your form of dread last?
Alright, so that would be. It's not 20. There we go. 28 points of. I believe it's necrotic. Yeah.
Yes.
28 points of necrotic damage.
Well, he is not resistant to that. So, yeah. You manage to disperse as you're doing that chant. You manage to disperse the air. The air disperses. It kind of just falls apart and blows every which direction, and then just disappears. The air elemental is gone. You did just enough damage. It's like, oh, for crying out loud. Literally knocked it to 0. All right. At this point, we are effectively out of combat. The Caesarian Ranger is unconscious and being held in Bigsby's hand. This Goliath that you saw pop up is now in some weird, darkened, pale ribs kind of sticking out, looking like wings, and he definitely did something to the air elemental. It is
turning and looking. Evangeline would respond. She's holding the despoiler in her hand, and she would out of fear.
you're just gonna shoot him.
You're scared of Evangeline.
Does
I got it.
an 18 hit?
Yeah,
And I
hits.
tell her, wait.
Too late.
I rolled a wisdom save.
Yeah.
Rather a 28.
Oh, okay. You're holding on.
I'm not going to attack him.
Yeah.
But I am holding form.
Mostly because I have a +0 on my wisdom. I'm intelligent, but I'm not very wise. That would be frightening to me. I've seen a lot of shit in my travels, but this is scary.
Yeah. Forsyth says, keep your powder dry. It's that face powder she uses.
For 16 points of force damage.
And you
He will actually
wait.
step. He will step between the two of them.
Then,
I need to do something.
then she will hear Kadath.
Yep.
So he's not going to hellish rebuke.
Okay.
I think you
I
should.
rolled a nat 20 on the wisdom check I did for that. So no
Okay.
hellish rebuke.
I'd
No
appreciate it.
hellish
I step between them.
All
I'd
right.
rather not get hit with it.
I actually rolled an 8 on my wisdom check.
Ah,
I rolled to see if I would respond.
The ranger is on the ground, right? Like,
Yeah.
held by the hand.
Yeah, it's being held above.
And
I'm bring it towards me.
I'm going to look at everybody else and say, we'll deal with other things in a moment. Forsyth, can you take care of what you need to
yeah.
so that we can get what we need to and be done with this?
Yes, indeed. What do I know about these rangers?
Not much. You know, from what little that was shared with you, you know that they are bounty hunters of sorts. They
Okay.
definitely go out and they collect people usually that have escaped from prison. You know that their home is not in the Feywild. It's also not in the material plane. They come from some other plane, but they can.
Would I know their alignment?
Oh yeah, they're evil.
Okay, no
They are
problem.
evil.
Good enough.
All right. I will maintain form, and I will use telepathy since I can do that.
Okay.
And I will get into his mind and start asking what he knows about this. What was the name again? I should have written that down.
Uriel.
Ariel. That's right.
Is anybody going to bring him to consciousness first?
Well, I will shake him to consciousness.
Well, he is.
He's at 0 hit
He's
points.
at 0.
Oh.
Can you touch him? 1 point. Smack.
This is all going on, or these types. I'm drawing my sword, and I'm actually starting to advance on the ranger.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
I will look at you and say, "Hold your horses."
And I will look back.
I don't got a horse.
Yeah. I don't know if you really want to get attacked by an earth elemental at this time, but does someone have a potion of healing? Just a lesser one.
I think I might.
Or,
Yeah, can you give it to this guy? And because I don't want to change form right now to heal him. I can't cast spells in this form yet.
So, quick
Yes.
question.
I have one, and I will hand it to him.
Healing
right.
potions are considered magic, correct?
Healing potions? Yes.
Yeah. So they can be counterspelled, right?
It's not cast.
So
No,
can you?
not a
It's
spell.
not cast.
No, it's not a spell.
Yeah.
Damn.
They can be dispelled. The item itself.
The item itself could be
Oh,
dispelled.
can they? Hold on. Do I have that?
While he's looking,
Either
I'm
way,
pouring.
You're pouring.
either way, I would look over when I notice him advancing,
Yeah, all
And
of you can see him advancing.
and I
Forsyth
would
is trying to stay between him and the Caesarian Ranger at the moment.
and I would say, just hold a moment. He won't be living long.
No, he won't. I will take care of him afterwards. By the way, I
And
am
then
a
we
large.
can discuss what we need to.
Well, while he's questioning him, Kadath, why don't you get his horn?
Well, I wouldn't want him to pass out again immediately.
Let's wait until after I get my
Alright.
information.
He's,
So I will let the other three take care of keeping this unwanted visitor away while I question the few hit pointed ranger
Alright.
while holding him down.
Alright.
You're still in your form of dread, correct?
He's still being
Oh, yeah.
held by Bigby's hand. You're okay. He ain't gonna go anywhere.
Yeah.
this creature looks fiendish, right?
Yes. The Caesarian Ranger definitely is fiendish.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
need to get the horn before we kill him because there is a good chance once we kill him
Well,
on this plane, he will disappear.
That's fine.
Well,
We
as
can
soon as
do
I
that.
finish talking to him, I will take the horns.
I
He
just
comes
The
to
hard
conscious-
way.
He comes to
But
consciousness.
we don't want to do it before he finishes talking.
Right. So I will ask him what he knows of this Uriel.
He will say, Uriel is the keeper of the gate. May you be lucky enough that she gaze upon you.
Which gate? Where can I find her?
In the caves. I will tell you no more.
Oh, I think you might. I will start pulling off one of the horns.
He will grunt and yell. It's gonna be kind of hard to pull it off. It is actually.
I have a 20 strength as a earth elemental.
It would be like ripping limbs from your body.
Yeah. Isn't that fun though?
All right.
I mean, I'm a large elemental, and he's to me a small creature.
He's a medium creature. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say you're gonna manage to be able to do it. It's gonna take some time, and he will grunt and scream and yell, and then pass back out.
Okay. But he's still alive.
And he passes out.
Yeah,
He's
but
unconscious.
he can't talk if he's
I know.
unconscious.
Give me.
Do you have a horn?
But I have a horn. I'll hand the horn to Kadath. Then I will smack the creature lightly. Time to wake up again.
He will kind of come to consciousness, not much.
Someone got some water?
Everybody has some water.
I'm sure everybody has water, including
Well,
you.
my stuff turns into me,
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's right.
except the tiara.
Yeah. An earth elemental with a tiara at the moment.
Yeah. And
I'm
so I will.
I'm gonna cast Aura of Vitality on me
Okay.
and begin moving towards the party, not
I'm gonna pour
getting
some water on him.
the horn guy in it.
Okay. All right. Easy enough to do. The only one you might miss is Forsyth, depending on
Nah,
because
that's not a
he's right
problem
next
for me.
to him.
All right, and I'm going to pour some water on him, and I'm
All
going
right.
to wake him back up.
He's
What was the
awake.
38 for? And I will say, okay, do you want to lose the other horn? Tell me where I can find this gatekeeper.
He just repeats, in the caves.
Where are the caves? I will reach out a hand to the other horn. Just let them know.
He will grunt, and just, I will tell you no more.
I will start pulling.
You're going to end up with another horn and probably a dead Cassarian Ranger at this point.
Okay,
I am.
such is life.
Shoot, I forgot the radius. I think it's 30 feet.
All right, I'm going to hand the horn to Kadeth.
Okay.
I'm going
Radius
to.
doesn't really matter, Evangeline, because this is out of combat. It's not like
What does? Oh,
radius, because you can move
yeah.
within
But that's.
range.
I don't.
It doesn't
I'm gonna
really-
move within. I don't know who's damaged and who's not damaged. Of Kadeth and Fix
I'm pretty hurt.
and Forsyth
I'm damaged, but nothing major.
and
You'd just be healing his earth elemental form.
Yeah, right now.
Okay. And
I'm going to go up to
not
the.
Kadeth because I don't know who
yeah.
he is. I'm
Not
going to
Kadeth.
move into each one within 30 feet of each one of them, and everybody gets a 10 healing.
All right. So 10 for Kadeth, 10 for Fix if you need it, 10 for Evangeline.
And the
10
very
for
last
Forsyth.
person, the very last one I'm going to go to is Ordith. And you're going to get 10 points of healing, and I'm going to stop, and I'm going to stare straight into your eyes.
I'm going to bound up to him
Blacken.
in my
look.
Gracious way.
I don't know if you've ever had anybody look at you like this, but I'm looking at you like that.
Yeah. I'm going to bound up to him, and I'm going to say, "What do you know about this cave with a gatekeeper?"
Do I know anything about this game?
You're on this plane. You know more than I do.
Yeah. You know, the gatekeeper, your best guess is probably the gate. There were two gates to the material plane that you knew of. The one that everybody just popped into that you're pretty sure isn't there anymore. And the one at the caves. You avoid the one at the caves because of a particular creature that
These assholes. Yeah.
a particular creature that lives in the caves that many people who have come through the Feywild have never come out of. And you're pretty sure that they haven't actually gone through the gate, but they don't come out.
There all that.
There are things
all right.
that move in those caves.
Well, in my estimation,
I'd also drop my form of dread.
All right.
In my estimation, that's probably, and this is all done telepathically because I can't speak as a beast right now. But I can speak telepathically, so so I will say this obviously is where I need to go because that is obviously my victim. And although I could use all the help I could get, if you'd be willing to accompany us, I think that might be beneficial to us and to you and to the whole Feywild as it opens up the gate.
Evangeline.
Yes.
Looking into his eyes as he drops his form of dread. This is who you drew.
I know those eyes.
This is who you
These
drew.
eyes.
Ordith, as you drop your form of dread, go ahead and describe the rest of your character. Pale.
Yeah, pale.
What do they see?
Corpse-like is a good description. Not wearing any kind of armor per se. Across his back, he's got a great sword that just kind of sits there, and on his hip, the black sword's in his hand still.
Yeah.
And then on his left shoulder, you'd see skeletal with some remnants of flesh and muscle still on his hand, sitting on the left shoulder. And as you As you're looking, as anybody's looking, you would notice that the hand does start to kind of tap the fingers, that impatient, tap, 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 tap. People do, yeah.
I will go back and forth from the eyes to the hand, to the eyes to the hand. Basically, she's staring you down, but she's not looking at you. She's looking into you, and might be making you a little uncomfortable. I don't know. I don't know your character. I don't know. I don't know you.
I'm gonna do
One
one.
question.
Okay.
Go ahead.
He's packed bonded to a lich, so not much disturbs him.
I will telepathically, because I'm like fascinated, let Six know this is the guy.
Kadeth.
Yes. Can I finally do stuff?
Yes.
Everybody keeps doing stuff.
Now you know how I felt last week.
Kadeth.
I'm gonna walk up to him and I'm just gonna hold my sword out straight at him and say, "Touch my sword, please."
Kinky.
I mean, do you guys want to get a room first? I mean, hey,
All right.
I
Hey,
no judgment.
you guys know the
You're in
power of
public.
this sword.
That's what they all say.
You guys know what this sword can do.
That's what they all say.
It's true in this case, though.
I do not.
So yeah, he does. He reaches forward, he reaches his sword out and taps the blade against the other blade.
Anything?
When those two blades tap against each other, you both get a jolt. It's a really strong, almost electric jolt, and it does make you like startle a bit. Totally, like your blades don't do this. Like they've never done this. But you tap them together, and it jerks you just a little bit. Both of you.
And I know this isn't 100% expected, but at the same time, not unexpected because of the nature of things.
I gotta wait till Evangeline gets back. Yeah, go ahead, continue.
I'm going to look at him and say, "Can you touch my blade with your hand and tell me if you feel anything?"
Gonna kind of look,
And
yeah,
I'll
okay.
I'll turn it and hold it like vertically downward so that I'm not like threatening you with it as much.
Across the edge of my blade.
And I actually just reached forward and I just wrapped my hand around the blade.
All right. Yeah, it's a blade. It's cool. It's cool to the touch. Not much different than your own, really.
Yeah, it's a sword. Feels like a sword and release it.
You got a little cut.
Yeah, little cut,
Did he actually bleed?
No.
Oh, no.
Okay.
That'll go away after a little while.
I'm going to look at him and say, "What are you?" I think I know who you are, but what are
What do
you?
I look like? I'm a Goliath, like you, only unlike you, I'm not alive. At least not in the way you are.
What power has kept you from dying?
Kind of reach up and pat the hand on my shoulder. I'm like, a lich.
So you serve a lich.
Yeah, I suppose you could say that. He makes me strong.
The only reason that I haven't decided to kill you just for even admitting that is that I believe you may be useful, and even the Raven Queen is not completely beyond the use of the undead when absolutely necessary.
Scoffs at the mention of the Raven Queen. Not a big fan.
Well, I can't say I'm a big fan of your existence as it is at the moment. But sometimes we do what we must.
Better than being dead.
Possibly,
That's debatable.
possibly not.
Have you ever been dead?
For answer, I just, run my hand across my own blade and hold up the bloodless cut.
You also have a nice scar in your chest from where the obsidian blade had stabbed
Oh yeah,
you.
I suppose that
Just
would
so
be
you
seen
know.
since bare chested. So yeah.
I think he was dead at one point. Fix. Do you not recognize who this seems to be?
Well, I do, but I also don't know what the actual ritual that was performed does, because though he had an obsidian blade in his chest, we've also met gods. So the ritual
Very
could have
true.
not made him dead. Like, ooh, you have a big scar, but like, I don't know where it came from. I don't know you.
You do, or Ordees, have recollection of that ritual. You do know it.
Okay. Not something I'm probably going to talk about with people I just met, however.
Just so you know.
It's like, look, I was dead.
So how was the dead part? Was it peaceful? Was it tormentful?
It was dark.
I don't know what that's like. I, I, I have dark vision.
I will keep my mouth shut. I was like, do you want to find out?
Dark like your soul. Oh,
Two questions.
Yes.
First of all, what does Forsyth see when he looks at Ordeeth? Though he doesn't know the name yet, because he's
It's odd. You see him, but there's another almost layer.
He's like an
okay.
onion.
He's like an onion.
He makes you cry.
No, it's very odd because you see him, but then there's like another almost aura about him that you can kind of see that. Okay, you see him and what he's saying. Yeah, that lines up with what you see here, but there's like
Right.
another layer to it that's seems to emanate from the sword a bit.
Okay. No problem. What does he see when he sees me?
Do you have true sight?
That's what I'm asking.
Hold on, let me look. I don't think so, but I'll double check.
Okay. It's important to.
It would probably be through an Eldritch Invocation if you
Yeah, it
do.
would be an Eldritch Invocation if you do.
And let's see here, Eldritch Mind. Nope.
Okay.
Eldritch Sight. No, that's just detect magic. Never mind.
All
Nope.
Nope.
right. No problem. All right.
You,
Seeing that he doesn't seem to be dangerous to me, I'm going to drop form back to what he would have seen before,
okay.
the
The
human
human.
girl.
All right.
I'm going to walk behind him or walk around him. Hopefully, he doesn't follow my path, and look to see what he might be holding.
Weapons mostly.
Mostly.
Just a
Anything
big old
interesting?
great sword strapped to his back and the black sword in his hand.
Anything interesting and somewhat loose?
Um, no, because he's wearing his ring. Oh, he's got a shield strapped to his back as well, with the
Not
sword. But
interested in that.
yeah,
Like
no.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a
kind
ring
of
on his finger.
A random
interesting
a
daggers.
pouch of random things like a belt pouch or anything.
Yeah, I mean, there'd be a belt pouch with probably some random, stuff, spell components, stuff like that in it.
Okay, I'll note that for later.
um, Evangeline, you feel from your bag of holding, you feel a little bit of a hum, a vibration. It's not audible. There's just a little bit of vibration coming from the bag of holding.
I'm picking up good vibration.
The bag of holding,
I think it's
not
the
the
bag,
pocket of holding.
wherever the orb is.
My crystal orb.
No.
I don't have that orb.
Okay, who has that orb? Fix. You feel a you feel a vibration.
Okay.
I can't remember who has the orb.
Yeah, it's me.
Okay, yeah, you're gonna feel a vibration from your bag of holding.
I'm
Very
going to
odd.
So turn that
I'm
thing
going to
off
pay
after you're done
attention to it.
using it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to pay attention, see if it has any, if it's a certain, like, if there's a pattern to it, anything like that.
All right. As of right now, it just is a very light vibration. That's it's.
Give me 3 steps towards the Goliath.
It vibrates a little bit more.
So, what's your name? I'm Fix.
Or Deeth.
Or Deeth. What do you know about Velsharoon?
You do know about Velsharoon. You
Okay.
have learned through your patron that Velsharoon is a god of the undead. He commands armies of undead, highly worshipped in the Shadowfell, and that there's a little bit of connection to your sword, though the connection of Velsharoon to your sword has been tainted.
Okay. So I'll relay that over and let them know what I know, and that's what I know. That's it. I'll let you decide if it's any use, of any use or not.
Are you having corn or flour?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you, James. What was that?
Um, relays that information. It's like, I'll leave it up to you if it's of any use or not.
Hmm.
But that's all I really know.
Interesting. Over the link, I would relay the information that the orb is vibrating and vibrates more when I get closer to our undead buddy here.
Interesting.
I don't know if maybe he wants, to try to control him. I'm not pulling out the orb though. That's for damn sure.
Remember, it did the same thing in the ice.
In this at the southern wall.
At the southern wall, yeah, the ice temple, where we pulled the people out of the
Bin
um,
feeds,
bowl things,
basins.
basins.
Yeah, I just don't remember why it was doing it.
It vibrated when you came across the champion of, or an avatar of Ariel.
Yes.
Oh, that was essentially on its side, right? It was fighting for him.
No, no, that champion was fighting for Ariel, but
Okay,
not specifically for Velsharoon.
right, but essentially on the quote unquote same side.
Yeah, Ariel is an evil god, I do believe.
Hmm.
I have to double check, but
Huh. So, are you evil?
it's a very straightforward question for you, Ordith.
No, I am not evil.
So you don't like
That's
pillage town and murdered children?
getting a little personal, but no.
Oh, crap! I didn't. Yeah, no, I don't have that whole personal space thing.
Although, and he walks over and he kind of kicks the ranger's corpse. I do like murdering these bastards.
Oh, that's
Uh,
fair.
he did shoot at us.
We consider that cleaning up.
I kind of wonder why he was attacking me, but I wonder if he thought I was you.
Oh, most likely. They've been hunting me for a while now.
Why are they hunting you?
Because they don't like people getting away from from them.
Oh,
And I did.
were the healthcare benefits just not up to par?
He's so much like us. To Oz? We're off to see. Anyway.
It was a prison.
Oh, I
Long and
thought you were
short.
like, okay. Yeah, prisons aren't fun.
No, especially when they're run by creatures like that.
Hmm. Indeed.
That last person was a lot of fun. Oh, different situation.
I mean, I don't know. Kadath, he's your brother.
I think yes and no.
Okay, he was your brother.
Very accurate.
I don't know. Your god is weird, so it's your choice what happens from here.
At the moment, I see him as a benefit and, if he's willing, potentially ally.
I mean,
Or at least a rough approximation of one.
Well, remember what we were before we all met.
Well, I remember what you were. Most of us, however,
We're fine, upstanding citizens.
But we didn't know each other, other than in a casual way.
Oh yeah.
true. We were strangers.
And now we're more like family. So.
That are all strange.
Mhm.
We're still strange, but none stranger than. Well, anyways,
Yeah. I do my best.
I think if he's willing, then I would be happy to have him join us for now. And perhaps we may be able to sort out some of the other questions over time. Because I don't know about you, and I'll look at Ordith, but I certainly have questions.
To be honest, I've really given up trying to figure out my past anymore. What's there is bits and pieces. What I do remember are things I'd rather not, but maybe. We'll see what happens.
What
Well,
about trying to figure out your future?
I look down at the ranger, and I'm like, I already know my future. I'm going to wipe these things out of the realms.
Yeah, but between now and then.
I mean, I think
We have
most of
plenty of
us in
plans.
this group have goals of that nature.
Right. Because I need to take out the guardian or the gatekeeper there, Uriel. That's a task set for me.
I'm going to turn over and, I'm just going to turn to look at you. And the look in the eyes is that look that says, you're fucking crazy, but I like it.
Yeah. Him not knowing anything yet. I'm going to go up and give him a hug like a young girl might.
Oh yeah, because you're in girl form.
Yeah, he's a
He
girl
has
now.
this look on his face of, what the hell is this? Like, he hasn't
I,
moved his arms. His arms just sitting, like,
I
stiff
rolled
at
a
his
30, Jody.
And I rolled my eyes.
Yeesh. Nice.
Forsyth,
You do
what are
not
you
want to see
doing?
her without her
It's
makeup.
been a while and you guys wouldn't have seen it.
Don't get too close.
At a 30, you wouldn't have seen it.
Wouldn't have seen what?
Nice.
Exactly.
I'll look. With that
We
in mind,
we wouldn't have seen it, but the group knows Forsyth, and
Yeah.
Forsyth isn't a hugger.
No, he's not.
Like Fix can guess,
You might want
but
to
he
check your
doesn't care.
inventory.
all right. With that, we're gonna go to a quick break because I need a bio break.
All right,
Ah,
And I
we
will
shall return.
dig through Ordee's
Uh,
inventory.
see what he's missing.
All right, we're off.
By the way, Ortiz, I
3, 2,
What, you're giving me a
and we're
countdown?
back.
Okay.
And now
I'm
we're
trying
back
to be. I'm
from outer
trying to
space.
be good at this when we have guests.
So it'll go back to
Guess-
normal next
Oh, it's
Guess,
back to
after.
normal
guess
Absolutely.
what?
Yeah,
Welcome
next
back.
week I'll just be like, "We're on. Go have it."
Yep. All right. We left off. You are in the Feywild. You just destroyed a Cassarian Ranger and dispatched an air elemental that seemingly was working in conjunction with the Cassarian Ranger, which, by the way, Ordith, you have not seen them work with elementals before. Apparently, all of your slaughtering of them is paying off, and they're starting to come with reinforcements now. Um, so, and you have talked a little bit about backgrounds. You kind of know Ordith a little bit more, and you know Ordith can tell you where the caves are. He knows where the caves are, and he can get you to the caves no problem, because he is aware of that portal or that gate. And that is where we're picking up after a short rest. Y'all, if you didn't mark a short rest,
Oh,
Yep.
you can take a short rest.
Well, wait.
You lead the way, Ordith.
Oh, I suppose.
All
So,
right.
well, if we're going, let's go. Just start walking off.
All right. You start walking off. Ordith, you're used to this, but the rest of you, you're walking, you're following Ordith, and you feel like you've walked probably half a day. The sun is still out. It doesn't seem like time has moved. It doesn't feel like you've crossed the plain. You start to wonder if you're losing a little bit of your mind, a bit. Some of us already have. And Fix, though, even though it seems like time hasn't moved, Fix, you're not getting a headache. Like, time is moving. It doesn't seem like you've gone anywhere. Continue on. You guys start to get tired after a while. I mean, Ordith, you could keep going forever. Ordith is still walking.
Yeah.
The rest of you are getting tired.
Okay. I will ask, how far approximately is this gate, this cave?
I'm guessing it's probably what, a day or so travel at least.
Okay. Okay. I would suggest, does it ever get dark here?
Sometimes.
When it wants to.
When it wants to. Oh, okay. Strange, but unfortunately, this mortal coil does rest upon us the need to rest at times. And I would recommend that we find a place to set up a camp, at least for the night or for a time, so that we can recover all that we've lost and be ready to go at another time. Maybe even have a meal. Anybody got a fork?
Just kind of stop and look at, well, this is as good a place as any, I guess, if you guys need to rest. I'm not used to dealing with people who have to, eat and sleep and breathe.
Yeah, the living.
Breathe. Breathing stuff.
I mean, this breathing stuff's kind of cool. You can taste food.
I don't know. It seems a little overrated from my perspective.
Yeah, but we have taste buds.
I can go underwater and not have to worry about it.
So can I.
So can I. For a while.
I can stay down there for a year if I want.
But it's boring down there. It's just fish going swimmy, 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 swimmy. Like what are you gonna do down there with fish?
Sometimes you can find the bottom of a good deep lake.
I will take your word for it.
Yeah. Or you've probably run across the nymph first, too.
Remember, there's probably a pouch full of crap I've just found in random places that most people can't go because they need to do things like breathe.
Yeah, that's probably where you picked up your fork that you no longer have.
Well, I mean, if it's at the bottom of the lake, wouldn't it be a thingamabob or a whatchamacallit?
There you
Yeah.
go. It's a
Doohickey.
thingamabob. So you set up some camp. Do you take any watches?
Well,
He
he
didn't
already
have a
took his
watch.
Honestly,
fork,
you
so
Or
guys
I would have
could
taken
just,
it.
you guys can sleep. I can watch. It's not really any hair off my back.
yeah,
Um,
we're kind of in a routine, so I think we'll take watches with you.
Yes, that would work. Since we don't yet trust you.
Oh, I
Being
You're
I
honest
muted.
here.
trust you.
Probably a
I
smart
trust
idea.
you implicitly ish.
Inside check.
I
He
mean, I
said
don't think you have to roll that.
That's a
he,
natural one, just so you know.
he said implicitly ish.
Ish.
21. I got a 21.
Well, you're pretty
It's
deceptive.
he is definitely meaning
Yeah,
implicitly
yeah.
ish.
Yeah.
Fix is definitely not trying to hide.
I didn't catch the itch.
Oh yeah, no worries.
Which, by the way, Chuck, don't forget you are on mute. So if you want to say anything, because I heard you
Sorry.
at one point, but
No,
Yeah.
it was not important.
okay. All right. So you set up some watches. I forget who wants to take first, second watch. And you
Third.
are also on mute, Evangeline. You're third, Forsyth. First watch, Evangeline.
I'll take second.
You'll take second. All right. First watch, roll me perception. Or Deeth, you can do this as well. You can roll me perception.
Oh, hey, that was actually a good one. 23.
Nice. Yeah, Evangeline, you're on mute.
Never sounded better.
19.
19. Okay. With your 19, you can see on the horizon that it's kind of getting dark over there on the horizon. It's the Feywild. It gets dark when it wants to, according to Ordeeth. So, you're not. He doesn't seem concerned about it. So,
Never
it's
noticed
whatever.
any pattern, it just kind of
Yeah.
happens when it happens.
Yep. Ordeeth, you do hear very faintly some music. It's very far away. You know that the music usually precedes an entertainment troupe. Like you can hear it before you see it. Um,
It's
the
a gaggle
entertainment
of
troupe
bards. Sorry.
it's kind of a gaggle of bards, and it is not something you necessarily want to be involved in. They're not. It's an entertainment group for their entertainment, not for others.
Can I tell
Or like jazz band.
roughly about how far away they may be?
Uh, based on the faintness of sound, you're probably guessing miles.
Okay. I'll let Evangeline know and just be like, if you hear it starts getting closer, well, we may want to think about options.
Okay.
You don't hear them.
So you have my word to go on this music.
Yeah, you're like you hearing things.
If you say so.
Watch passes to
Cuckoo.
fix. Second watch. If you want to roll
24.
me a perception, 24. All right. Ordeeth, you're welcome to re-roll if you like.
15.
15.
Yeah,
Okay.
15. It wasn't that great this time.
Yeah. You're kind of paying attention to the music. You're not noticing really anything else. It seems to be staying at that distance. Fix. Evangeline wakes you up. Tells you Ordeeth is hearing things and is a little cuckoo. Um, you see on the horizon it is getting darker, but after a moment, as you're just kind of sitting there, you start to hear that music too. You're like, yeah, I hear that music. It's very faint, like it is in the material world. You would probably think it's on the other side of town.
Huh. Is it a good beat?
It's pretty peppy.
Zoe or Deeth, one thing I should let you know about is these guys sleep soundly when I'm hammering away. So I'm gonna start forging
Okay.
to the beat of the troop.
All right. You start tinking away.
I mean, I will be I will be nice, and it will be like a light forging, like more forging jewelry than a sword.
So it's more like tink, 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 tink
Yeah, ting
instead
ting
of
ting ting.
wham.
Yes.
Yes, I'd love to see people sleeping through an actual forging of something big. That'd be fun.
Yeah. No. It's just light tinking, forging jewelry.
All
Um,
right.
Probably a ring. Who knows?
Maybe a ring.
It starts off as a ring, and then it gets unfurled, and it's no longer a ring. And the next time, it's a ring again.
All right. You forge. Doesn't sound like the music's getting any louder.
Mhm.
Um, and all you can hear, Ordeeth, at the moment is tink, 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 because you're not used to that.
Just gonna give like the little, lurch, like Marvel.
Whereas the rest of us, it's like that we almost sleep better.
Yeah, they're all snoring.
Any other sound will wake us up, but not forging.
All right. As the time passes, Forsyth, you wake up for your watch.
All right.
You can go ahead and roll me perception. You're told about the music.
18.
18. All right. Um,
16.
16. All right. You listen for the music. Fix gets his stuff put away, and he kind of lays down and falls back asleep. And you listen, and yeah, you don't really hear the music.
Is it dark out?
It is. It is getting darker. Yeah.
Okay, no problem.
So, by the end of your watch, um, it's darker. I wouldn't say it's nighttime. I would say maybe dusk is kind of as dark as it gets. Is you know just after sunset almost is kind of how
Okay,
it's at the light level. It's workable. You can see well enough.
right. Okay, I'm going to, for now, just maintain shape and, yes, as a little girl,
All right.
teenage girl.
All right. Uh, Morning comes. Y'all wake up, and it's like twilight. It's just after sunset. You're rested. You slept 8 hours. You've taken a long rest. You can reset yourself, and you get up. You get yourselves ready to go. Anything you wish to do? I mean, that at camp before you break camp.
No.
All right.
Nothing I can think of.
All right. You.
I'm gonna start
I'm gonna
leading
talk
off
to
again.
actually. I'm gonna talk to our new friend about that music
All
and
right.
just ask him about it.
Yeah, it's this group of well, this bunch of bards. They call themselves entertainers, but they're actually only out to entertain themselves.
Sounds like
They're
barber
really,
shoppers.
they're really dicks.
Oh, huh.
Uh,
I
The way
think
they
what
we're good.
entertain
direction?
themselves is usually not beneficial to the people that are the entertained.
What direction are they, and what direction are we going?
They are. I don't know. They're kind of what you would maybe like to the east, and you're going north.
Okay, so they're not in our path. That's all I'm trying to ascertain.
Okay.
All right.
Do let me know if they are paralleling us or getting closer.
All right. You continue toward the cave. As you continue to the cave, go ahead and just give me overall perceptions.
15.
About midday. Well, you would think is midday.
15 for me.
16.
15, 16,
Two.
23.
23, 22. Kadeth,
9.
as perceptive as
He's
always.
lost in his own world again.
I should, your next feat should probably have something to do with blind sense.
Eh,
He's got us for that.
Right. All right. You continue onward. Evangeline or Deeth, you hear the music again. It's faint. Evangeline, this is the first time you're hearing it. It's faint. Sounds like it would come from across town, like maybe, the other side of Thrice, that side of town. Or Deeth, you kind of, from the sounds and knowing the Feywild, you know that they're miles. But they
Yeah.
do seem to be following a little bit. They seem to have changed direction since the first time you've heard them. So they do seem to kind of be following, but they're keeping their distance. They're like miles.
I'll keep my spidey
Not gonna
senses.
get worried unless they start getting closer.
All right. They seem to be maintaining distance.
As long as they maintain distance. If they get closer, I might have to do something.
All right. You eventually make it to a rocky cliff face. And that the light in the area um it's like the sun's coming back up. Like it never really got dark. The sun kind of went down and now the sun's coming back up. You never really hit darkness.
Night.
Yeah, you never really hit night. But you do come across a rock face that you do see an opening a little, maybe about 20 feet up off the where you're at, and about 20 feet above where you're at. You can make out, all of you can pretty much make out a little path that's going toward that cliff or toward that cave, about 20 feet up the side. Um, Ordeeth, you do believe that this is where the gate would be, is back in this cave system.
Pretty sure that's the spot. You guys sure you want to do this? We'll probably all die, but
We've made worse decisions. We're still
Ain't
here.
that the truth?
The fact is when someone gives me a task, I want to take that task to completion.
Especially somebody like her.
Yeah, true.
Mm,
Yeah, they never actually told you who gave them the task.
Oh, I thought Forsyth told us.
Oh, did you mention that
Shallow.
it was
Yeah, I
Shallow?
mentioned that Shallow was the one
Okay.
who gave me the task.
Or do you recognize the name Shallow?
Okay.
It is the
Has deep meaning.
the archfey that never aged.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
You've heard stories about her in the Feywild, but she hasn't been seen in the Feywild for quite some time. You, you just thought maybe she was recluse or whatever.
Hardly.
She's a friend.
Yep.
All right. So
Picture Guinan when she lived in San Francisco. She should have been in the background, but no, she's throwing parties and things like
Yeah. All right. Well, um, you will come upon a cave, and how do you want to approach it?
stealthily.
You want to go into stealth mode?
I'm going to.
you want to cast that whole trace thingy?
Yeah, let me do that. I'm trying to find what level that is. I think that's third level. No, second. Okay, there it is. Pass without trace. So everyone gets plus 10 to their stealth roll.
All right. So with my pluses, that turns out to a plus 10.
Okay.
So pass out a trace of plus 10 to stealth, right?
Yeah, it's a plus 10.
Okay.
So
Nice.
24 for me.
31.
I rolled
Oh,
bad.
30, 31, nat 20. So I have a
nice.
plus 1 to stealth. So 31. I'll take it. That's
All
probably
right.
the
well, I
only
rolled
good
a
roll I'm
17
going to have
on
for
one
the
of my
rest of the
dice.
night.
Kadeth, what'd you get?
I rolled a 17 on one of my dice, but the other one was 10, so I got a 20
Oh.
total.
So you got a
Which one was first?
The 10.
Oh,
But well, it's a disadvantage. So,
right.
right.
I have the ability to negate disadvantage.
yeah, the worst one was first.
Bummer. Fix, what'd you get?
24. I rolled a 14.
All right. Evangeline.
I rolled a 6, but I got a 24.
A 21,
And Buckley.
a 30.
Nice. Look at
She
Buckley
oiled
go.
him.
Yeah, obviously. After all of the damage he took. All right. You all actually did fairly well. Even Kadeth with his 10. Thanks to pass without a trace. You work
It
your
does
way
come
up
in handy.
to the caves, and it's dark sitting at the entrance. Um, can't see very far. To what's our marching order?
Uh, well,
Mhm.
it's a straight cave, right? Or
It looks
there's.
straight from here. It's about
I will go ahead.
10 feet wide ish.
Yeah, I will take the lead. It's my task.
All right.
I'll be
Well,
either next to or behind Forsyth.
Okay.
I'm going to watch the rear. Just in
Okay.
case.
I'll go between.
I'll stay up towards the front.
Okay. All right.
So in hushed tones, I'll look at Erdith and I'll be like, so when we're in marching order like this, Kadath lets me ride on his shoulders. Since you're in this position,
Don't let him kid you. He can't fight from up there.
I can fight from everywhere.
Yeah, I've seen you.
All right, you head down this cave. Forsyth, you're keeping an eye out for traps and such,
Yeah,
right? Okay.
yeah.
Oddly enough, this isn't trapped. Not that you can tell. But as you make your way into the cave, probably about 10, 15 minutes into the cave, you do start to see a little bit of light source further down.
Okay.
So you know that this cave is inhabited, most likely. There is at least torches or some kind of magical light, or perhaps fungus that's growing, that's giving off luminescence, um, or maybe a combination of all of the above.
Okay. Do I hear anything?
Roll me a perception.
18.
18. Okay, with your 18, you do hear some movement happening within the cave.
Okay. But just movement, no talking or anything like that.
Right.
All right, I will quietly slow up.
Okay.
And I will signal the others that I'm hearing something. Oh wait, I got telepathy. I'll tell the others I'm hearing something. And then I will slowly move on.
All right. Oh my gosh. I lost my page. There we go. Okay. As you continue forward, you do begin to see the cave open up just a little bit. As you're looking, you notice that there is definitely a bioluminescent fungus in here that is kind of lighting up the cave.
Okay.
However, you do also see a snake-like, oops. Where is what the heck am I doing? There it is. A snake-like creature. It's a snake, but it has arms. It seems to be moving, kind of pacing an area a little bit. Doesn't seem to notice you.
All right. Is it like a naga or something like that, or something I would have seen?
I mean, it kind of has a little bit of a resemblance to a naga. You probably haven't seen it before, but if it belonged in the material plane, it would probably be in the. You'd probably find it in the Caesarean jungle.
Okay, this is on Owlbear, correct?
Yes, in Owlbear.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's why I was looking at that, and I saw
Yeah.
that you have something labeled there. It says GM, and we knew the GM was snake-like.
That's right. I am
Okay.
snake-like.
Sneaky
I slither
snake.
in the
Okay.
shadows. I'm a sneaky snake.
Does it look more like a guard then?
It does. It's moving like a guard. You can kind of make out across the way some bars. Like it's probably like 60 feet or so. The luminescence is kind of shimmering off of what looks like to be bars over here, like
Okay.
a gel.
Right. Okay. But there's only the one. I'm going to try to move down the wall here.
Okay.
I will let the others know there's a guard up here, some kind of snake guard. And I guess as I clear that corner, I'm going to see that there are other guards.
There are two
And
more.
he's not alone.
Nope. Both of them, though, have their back to you. They seem to be looking over the edge at a pit. They look to
Okay.
be examining a pit or doing something with a pit. You're not really sure.
So whatever this complex is, it is guarded, and anything we do is probably going to raise alarms. So unless we can do it very quietly. Oh, where's a silent spell when you need it?
I'm just gonna look over. I have an idea.
Do tell.
Well, I think I can give them something to occupy their attention for a bit.
Well, I can do that, but go for it.
All right, so I'm like, all right, well, I'm gonna need a minute, so just kind of stay quiet. And I'm gonna start working. It takes a minute to cast, but I'm gonna cast Conjure Fey.
Okay.
Fun.
And
I
the
will.
Fey spirit is gonna take the form of a young white dragon.
Okay.
CR6 or lower. So and that's a CR6.
I will use this little wyvern creature here.
I'm hunkered down in the corner here.
How big is the Fae? Is it a tiny creature or is it medium? Is it small? Does it say?
No, it just says you summon a fake creature of challenge rating 6 or lower, or a fake spirit that takes the form of a beast of challenge rating 6 or lower. It appears in an unoccupied space that you can see within range. The fake creature disappears and drops 0 hit points when the spell fades or ends.
Okay. Does
But
this
yeah,
fake
no,
creature have
it doesn't say
stats?
anything about. It says the GM has the fake creature statistics, so it's the monster manual. So
Okay. So you take the creature and it becomes a young white dragon, I guess.
I mean, I can see into the room, right? Like I can see like the center of the room.
You can kind of see the center of the intersection at least.
I'm gonna put it as close to that center point as I can. I'm gonna have it appear there.
All right. Did they do evil dragons metallic and then they did?
That's the advantage to having true sight. I'll know it's an illusion.
That's true. You see an illusion. You see a fake creature.
I see a fake creature that's not
Yeah.
real.
White dragon.
That's for the regular people to
CR2.
deal with.
CR6, young
It's a
white
young.
dragon. All right. It is a large Fae. There we go. Placed in the center of the intersection. That is going to trigger them. Are you guys going to just sit back and watch to see what they do? Forsyth, if you're going to...
I'm hidden in that corner. I'm hiding there. So
okay, go ahead and roll me... Wait, what was your stealth? 30?
Well, no, my
it was
24.
Roll me another stealth for hide.
Okay, that's 30 with the plus 10 because that's still going.
Yeah, because that's still going. All right. You are successfully hidden.
I mean,
all right. Wow, I rolled some.
I could always turn into a mouse and hide anyway. So
All right. So you're gonna hide. What are the other four of you and Buckley gonna do?
I'm not seeing old there.
Oh, this is you.
I apologize. I should probably have Albert up.
Well, we're gonna set the stage here. We'll see if how far we go.
I
Um,
assume as it's already
yep.
9:20.
So the rest of you, are you gonna clear, try to just stay outside of the light, stay in the hall, wait for them to show up, shoot? Like, what are you have a chance to stage if you want to stage something, or just watch to see what they do. That's up to you. What I want to know what the other four of you are doing.
I will move closer to like maybe like back here, staying hidden,
Okay,
but
just
just
staying out of the light.
do you want a new stealth roll?
I will need a stealth roll for a hide if you're gonna hide.
All right, yeah, I'm gonna hide. That is a 25.
All right.
I'm gonna switch to displaying real quick and then do all that magic stuff that I got to do. So
You do
the
all that
uh
magic stuff.
the faces are gonna be not right until I fix it.
Well, we're all not right.
Hmm.
I'm half right. Half of me left.
All right, you and Buckley are going to move forward, and are you going to hide or are you going to do anything? You are muted.
Can't hear you, Rhonda.
We are going to try to stay out of the light, but and against the wall, but we're not going to back out. I'm not going to shy away. If you want me to do a hide check, I can do a hide check. Well, I rolled a natural 20 for a 21, and the Buckley rolled a
That's a 31.
31. Excuse me. Buckley rolled a. He rolled a 17, so a 27.
It's called using the shadows against them.
Um, I, I am actually going to.
Can you hear us still?
Let me see if that's
Oh,
something on our end. No, because he's not coming through on
Um,
our like
I saw him
our action.
talking.
He's talking, but he's not coming through.
We were so close.
Oh wait, he almost had it.
yeah, look
There you are.
up. But,
Oh, there you were.
quick here. Yeah, the one on my laptop, it's not showing up. So I tried logging in Owlbear on my. So, um, um, yeah, I can't see where anybody's at. And it's not showing up. Sorry, nothing's showing. So, I'm gonna say where I'm at and hide for a minute. I can hear you. Am I here? Can you hear me? There's the question. Check, check, check. Yeah, I'm not muted.
Chuck,
What?
do you want to share your
Check.
screen so
Okay, there we go.
that
Now it's working.
you
What?
can see?
Yeah, I'm gonna kind of sit where I'm at and hide.
No, I was just asking if you wanted to share your screen so that
Okay, as soon as I
James
cut
can
mine, I was
see
gonna
it.
try and go to Owlbear.
Oh,
So.
he has access.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
I thought he said he
hide
couldn't
where
see
I'm at.
Owlbear.
27,
Oh, that
28.
I don't know. Oh, yeah. I can.
Something tells me. All right, can you hear me now? No. Oh.
I'm just gonna move up near everybody else, but stay hidden.
Check. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
We can hear you.
Okay, I hit a 20. I rolled a 27 for the hide.
Yes, we can
Wow.
hear you.
Oh, wait, we still got the bonus, but I'm still at disadvantage. So,
I'm going to use my reaction to not give you disadvantage.
okay, good, because that'll give me a 25. And I'm at a 25.
I've got it up on my tablet, so I can see it on my tablet now. Now, on my PC, on my laptop, it wasn't doing anything, but on my tablet, I'm fine. I've got it up on the tablet. Oh, I've got Owlbear up on my tablet. It's working on the tablet.
I see a head nod.
And anyone else we can.
Yeah. I just wanted to try to get your attention because we did lose sound in our stream as well.
Completely?
Well, now you're muted and we can't hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
We didn't want to talk to you anyway.
Probably Probably not, because the only female in this group is Jody, and I'm having men issues.
See y'all then.
All right.